The world is in a frenzy. Claressa Shields is banging on her ops, and right, full view of the public. Now she's suing for defamation of character. She's, in her mind, in her eyes, saying that they statements that Alicia Baumgartner right? Yeah. Her and some other person's statements, witness or whatever, when she was apparently, allegedly slapped, open hand slapped across the face at an event or a boxing event or something that had to do a promotional event. And the thing I got to say about that is I don't understand why these two young ladies are always bickering, and they're both successful. They're not in each other's weight class, but I guess it's just personal issues at this moment. But Claressa, you put hands on that girl, man. I mean, I know you're saying that she threatened you, that she was going to do this to you and do that to you, and so you reacted, but still, it's not a good look. It's not a good look. But I don't know what it is. It could be AI. It could be all promotion. You know, they were at a promotional event, so it could be staged. I don't know. But there's lawsuits filed, so. And the law don't take to too much frivolous lawsuits being filed. They usually kind of get through that, look at it, and determine whether this is BS or just, hurt feelings or whatever. But I'm never going to put my hands on somebody if we're just, woofing at each other, you know what I mean? Now, respect is respect. So I qualify that as if it crosses the line where you're threatening somebody's kids, you're threatening bodily harm on someone. If you really feel that she was, going to really do something at that moment. But all I saw is, both of y'all both jawing at each other, and next thing I know, I heard a clap, slap. But I don't know what's up with y'all, man. Both successful, young. You got your whole future ahead of you. Both are pretty much, set in stone in the game as far as your credibility, and you both are champions. And I don't understand it. I guess this is just real beef. It doesn't matter about weight classes or whatever. It's just like you in the street. You ain't got time. You got to make a quick assessment whether you want to tangle with the guy. You know what I mean, or whatever. But it's respect thing too. So my voice is messed up. So that's why I'm so low tone. But that was crazy to get clapped. You know what I'm saying? Emotion. You gotta check your emotions though. You know what I mean? You gotta understand. Like I said, but then if Claressa felt that she was being, threatened to the point where she had to react, then that's a debatable litigating case, I guess. You know what I mean? I'm not saying it's frivolous, but she has a case. If she felt like she was in immediate danger by Baumgartner is a world champion. You never know. Claressa, you got the weight advantage. You're heavyweight, you know what I mean, in your division. And she's like a 2 or 3 weight classes lower than you. But hey, you feel threatened, Who am I to say what someone feels? I'm just trying to piece it all together. You know what I'm saying? So, so that their ongoing rivalry continues. So we'll see how it plays out. I did catch Claressa on social media replying to what took place or whatever. So, it will be interesting to see going forward, how that works out. But they need to do something because they're going to be a lot of events together, might be on the same card together. You never know, man. You just can't. You just got to understand. You got to read the room. You know what I mean? You got to approach her at a time. I mean, I don't know. It is what it is. But plus, a lot of people look up to you. Both of you guys. So there's that. I'm just saying. A lot of young ladies and a lot of boxing fans and around the world who looks up to you people. You know what I'm saying? So I think you need to show some civility. And hey, if it ain't on a contract, everything else is just, it is what it is. But you don't have to get it to the point where you can't go to an event and y'all can't coexist in the same room, is what I'm saying. Conflict resolution. But, like I said, it could be promo. But it's promo now. Anyway, they can use that slap. Pop, pop. On God's face, though. I caught that on the photo as she... Claressa probably gonna make... She should make t-shirts. I'll be honest with you. It's not funny, but it's just... It happened. You know what I mean? You might as well take profit off of it. Hey. But after the litigation and everything, so. But the world is in a frenzy, and you got Rick Ross. What is it about everybody want to slap someone? Rick Ross talking about he want to slap 50 Cent. He said he will slap him. He has this type of some type of ring that covers his whole ring finger or whatever, but some type of jewelry type ring. He said, I will slap him with that. I mean, you're not going to slap 50 Cent. Cut it out. Knock it off, man. Come on. You're not going to say that? Come on, bro. You're going to get that close to 50 Cent. And stop playing with 50, for real. He's being a gentleman right now. It's jokes, but stop playing with him. You know what I mean? You know what happened to Gunplay? I mean, Gunplay jumped out the window and, you saw what happened. Respect the Gunplay. I'm not trying to make a mockery out of it, but I'm just saying. There's other people that, you know what I mean? They ain't going to just let you come up there. How you think you're going to get that close to 50? You just going to slap them? Come on, man. Come on, Ross. You from Miami. You know that. Come on, man. Now you just bugging. But I get it. You're promoting the album. I hope the album's good. But Ross usually come through, in this music. So I'm looking forward to the album, seeing what you got to say. Then you're going back and forth with Drizzy. But Drizzy killed you, Ross, on that diss, that Aiden Ross diss. that was smooth. You gotta admit, Drizzy killed you on that one. He killed Rocky, and I'm a Rocky fan. He killed Rocky on that one. Your girl didn't even post one single. That's an ouch. That's an ouch. If that's true, I don't know. But that's an ouch. That's a dig. I like Rocky's album too, though. Rocky had, I took your... He had a lot to say about Drake. But, hey, look, Drake is Drake. He got a lot to say. He feels some kind of way. Put 3 albums out. I like all of them. Every last one. I enjoy them. And I was listening to J. Cole's album. J. Cole got a nice album. He's got a nice album. It's kind of all over the place, but it's not, I don't know. I don't know if it needed to be a double diss, but I get it. He had a lot to say too. So it'll be interesting to see what Kendrick will do. He had GNX. He can chill. Kendrick had a phenomenal year last year. phenomenal. So, with Kendrick, will he reply? I'm sure he'll say something eventually when he feels like it on his time, West Coast time or whatever. So Drake had a lot to say about Kendrick, man. He was taking some shots, and I'm Kendrick the MC. I'm sure, as diabolical as he is, he's gonna say something. He's gonna reply back. You know what I mean? Definitely. And there's no pressure because look, he won the battle, but there's still Drake still fighting the war. So, let's see if Drake, if Kendrick wants to continue to engage or he just make a mockery out of him. Either way is engaging, but he probably just give him a couple. But then again, that is Kendrick. That's a different animal. So, but we can't expect another Not Like Us type of style. Kendrick is so diverse. He got so many elements to his music. You know what I'm saying? So he can smooth it up. He can gangster it up as you saw in GNX, and he can consciousness, throw the consciousness thing in there. And or he can continue to just be a straight savage, an MC, and just rip your throat out. You know what I mean? We'll see. Stay tuned. We'll see. We're all waiting. But like I said, there's no pressure on him. But I'm pretty sure he's going to respond to Drake. And Drake might keep responding. He might come up with something else. He might have something else in the cut. You know what I mean? So I'm here for it, man. Just hip hop. Go back and forth, whatever. As long as I keep it on streams. keep it on streaming, platforms. We good. We don't need no violence and all that. We don't need all that. It's not worth all that. But hey, call a man a certain thing, like Drake mentioned. Drake did feel a certain kind of way. Now, he must have felt a certain kind of way because he. Remember that picture he had at his house? We had all those guns out there on the pool deck. So I don't know. Is Drake stable? We don't know. But he does definitely. He's on some get back. But like I said, going forward, we'll see. Some people liked the album, some people didn't. I enjoyed the albums. Every last one of them I enjoyed. I play them constantly. Drake is very talented. Very talented. As well as Kendrick, we already know. J. Cole, we already know how talented these brothers are. And I think we as fans, we want them to do this. We want them to fit our mode of entertainment. But they're on their own time, bro. This industry, they can give you a couple photos and do features and all that, but still it's business. It's business at the end of the day. You know what I mean? Maybe one day we will hear them. We'll hear them on a track or whatever. I doubt it, but wishful thinking. You're probably AI. That's about it. And people say, well, it's for the culture. The culture don't always get what it wants. It just doesn't always get what it wants. And we need to fall back and understand that these are grown men we're talking about. With principles and pride and feelings and all that. You got 3 different camps. So as fans, all you can do is wait for the music. I'm all about the music. That's it. Everything else is just everything else. But the music for me, because that's the timeless part of it. Whether it's fire, whether it's mid, whether it's trash, whatever. It's music. And it's all subjective. Very subjective. So it is what it is.